Hello YouTube world, this is Truth Prepping somewhere in mid-America about 2 o'clock p.m. and I wanted to do an update on my new knife design, the MF1. It was built by Blunt Force Blades. Really great company. They're connected to Linwood, and so I want to start with the sheath. This is a Kydex sheath, and these can be arranged so that I can carry this traditional, or I can take the screws out and switch it to where I can carry this knife scout style. And we have a leather pouch for the front of the Kydex sheath that holds just a basic fire starting kit. Right now I've got a ferro rod, wet fire starting paracord, and then what I call a survival point. It's just got a little scraper on one side, bottle opener, and I just keep that in there for striking if I'm not striking it with the back side of the blade. And then so this is a 7-inch knife with a 4.5-inch handle, and this custom design is somewhat like a tanto with a couple distinct features. The tip of it actually has an extra bend right here for easy penetration with such a wide tip. This is a multi-use knife for outdoors. I made it to where it could be a heavy chopper and take the abuse for batoning or even taking down a small tree if need be. But I've also have this part angled to where I can choke up on it with this choke grip right here, and then I've got my thumb grip, and I can choke up on the blade and have control so that I can do finer whittling work. Have a nice area right here for making fireboards, whittling them out with the tip of this. Could also be used as a combat knife or a hunting knife. I do not have a serrated portion on this blade, but I do have one sharpened notch at the bottom of the blade that I could use as a friction cutter or a cord cutter, or in emergencies I could use that as my ferro striker as long as I resharpened it. It does have a blood groove in it, and the knife from here to here gains width so that the top end of it has more weight, so that when I am using it for chopping, it does a lot better job. And I've run this thing through the ringer and haven't had any problems yet, but I am going to be making some modifications to the handle. I'm going to be lengthening the handle and then making this piece stretch to the bottom so that I can choke back on it for heavier chopping. But other than that, I'm extremely pleased with the blade and the design, and this would be my one-for-all knife if I had to pick one. I call it the MF1, which is my initials, but we deemed it the Mountain Forager 1. Like I said, made by Blunt Force Blade. You can see that in there. Not the best lighting, I apologize. There, MF1, Blunt Force Blades. Well, that's my knife. Thank you very much. Shout out.